Joolse here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. Welcome to my channel. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover tickets made from book pages, and I've got some vellum. Now you can make these tickets with anything. You can make it with masterboards, you can do it on digitals, scrapbook papers, as long as your stamp stands out. I've stamped these, and they're not ticket stamps, they're just stamps that I've got. I've got some book pages here that I've just used a bit of ink. All I did was I just put the distress inks on there, sprayed them with water, dabbed it in. I've also used some watercolour paint as well, and they've got a little bit of gold. I don't think you can, you can. Little bit of gold on them. That's a Greek book, and it's quite a white page, so that's a Russian book, and it's been water damaged, so it's at a little bit darker. I've also got some strips of vellum which are folded in half and half again. These are sort of like the, you know, when you get your A4 or your letter size, and I just cut it, and I cut it to 1.5, so it gives me 4 tickets. The same with the books. That's just paint that I used on them, and you can either cut it into strips and stamp across it, or you can do the whole page. Sometimes when you're stamping, if you go off, you know, you sort of like take a wonky line, you might be better off doing it in strips, and that's what I did with them. And then what I did was I folded them and folded them again, and then you can take your crocodile and put a hole, like half a hole, and take the corners out, and then you get your ticket lock. I don't have my crocodile with me, so it's my eyelet setter that I've been using. So I'm going to do this page, and then we'll do a couple of strips of vellum. So I'm just going to sit down, so sorry if you got a headshot there. The stamps I'm using, I got from Temu. They're not ticket stamps, they're just stamps with flowers on, but they're about the, you know, the size of a ticket, ideal. So that's what I'm using. I've also got some of these again from Temu, and I've got my bumblebee, my mini postcards. So I could do them, or I could do some little ones. I could even do a couple of big ones if I wanted, but I quite like these ones. So I'm just going to get and I'm just deciding which one to do. I think I'll do this one. That one's a calendar, that one's notes. That one looks like an invoice, and that one looks like an invoice, but we'll do this one. We can change them. So I'm just putting it along the line. These have lines. These are Paper Mania blocks. Okay, and I'm using Archival ink Black Soot. And I'm working from the right to the left. And there we have that one. And if it goes over, you know, if you don't get an equal space between them, don't worry about it. When they're in your journal, they'll look just as good. And I'm trying to line these bottom lines up. I'm not doing the greatest job because my head's not over the top. Normally I would have my head over the top to line them up, but for video I can't really, the last thing you want is a back shot of my head. So there we are, we have 4 there, so I'm just going to wipe that one. And I think we'll go for the, I think we'll go for the little calendar one. And there's a little one here, so what I'm doing is I'm just, that's about the right size, so we'll just leave it. Again, I'm just lining it up with the lines on the stamp, and I'm just going to try and position it sort of like level with the middle of that, just up a little bit. That one wobbled a bit, it might be a bit smudged, but never mind, still a ticket. And if you really wanted to be accurate, you could sort of like draw faint pencil lines just to keep your stamps in. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the stamps I've used on there. I think that was it, wasn't it? No, that's flowers. I'm going to use the flower one. Would help if I put it the right way. You could just stamp in a blank shape. And I'm just moving that down a bit. And again, I'm just trying to position it in there, so it's sort of like level with that and it looks in the middle. Okay, if you can hear a bit of banging outside where the villas are just getting replastered and the grounds are getting, grass is getting cut and things. And this one's a little bit, let me get one of these. I'm just putting that under there so I don't stamp on my mat. And there we are. Okay, so we'll put that over there. And what am I going to use? Are we going to do a big one? Yeah, I think we will. I've not used this big one, so we'll see what it's like. And I'm going to turn it round, and it doesn't matter if it's upside down or the right way. It's a ticket at the end of the day. And these are like mini bumblebee postcards. So I'm just, and I'm not even, this is a totally different thing from there, so I'm not trying to line it up at all. And I might want to get 3 of these, because I need some space between the postcards. Okay, yeah, I'll just get 3 and a bit on this one. And I'm just going to get the end bit of there, so I'm just stamping the end bit. It's not good. No need to waste ink. And there we are. So I'll just put that on there and we'll wipe that up. And I'll put them over there because they need weight. So what we've got is we've got 4 sets of tickets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift these up, bring my trimmer in, and you can see I've gone off a little bit, so that's 1 1/4. So there we've got that one. And again, it doesn't matter if I'm just going to go for 1 1/4 again. You know, they've overlapped a little bit, it's fine. And I'm going for 1 inch on this one. And I'm just going to take those lines off the bottom. And that takes it just... Oh, I've really gone off with that one. Never mind. So we'll just... So there we are. So we've got them. And then what I would do is I would fold that there. Fold that there, because the stamp's the same width, so, and fold that there. But we'll sort that out when we've done this. So this one I'm just going to fold in half. And then fold in half again. And you can burnish the edges down. And there we are. Again, there we are. And it doesn't matter if the stamp is overlapped into the crease. You won't really notice it, because once you get your holes in and everything, it just looks like a ticket. And there we are. So we've got them. So now what we're going to do is, and that little bit I'll keep. And I think we'll do this one. Okay, just want to sit down again. And I'm going to see what the VersaFine Onyx Black is like. This tends to be a little bit blacker than the Black Soot Archival for some reason, and I'm just bringing it down. What I am going to do though is I'm going to fold this in half just to give me a rough guide, because that's about the size I want the ticket. And then I've got a rough guide and I can just put that stamp in the middle like that. And again, stamp in the middle. And again, when you've got the folds, you can and there we have again, so we'll put that there. So we'll put that back on there, and will you get another piece? And what I am going to use this time is I'm going to use these, so it really does not matter what we're doing. Some of these I've not used, so I'm going to put a few on. And I've got a little diddy one here somewhere. This one, this is from the flowers stamp, so I'm just lifting that up a little bit and putting that there. So it doesn't really matter what stamps you use. And we'll put that one there. And again, put it the right way, Julie. And there we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one off and I'm going to change it for something else. And I'm just budging the stamps a little bit closer together, and I'm taking that one off, and we'll put this one. And then we'll just and we'll take that one off in the middle, and we'll put that circle one. I'm just moving this one slightly down a bit. Okay. And again, I'm just doing half of it. And I've turned it round a little bit. And there we have with that. So when you fold that one in half, it's obviously going to go, well, it's not, but it will go through it, but it will still look like a ticket at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. You can use script stamps, anything. So we'll leave that to one side and we'll go for in fact we'll take, now this has got a pearlized side and it's got a dull side, and what did I do it on? I stamped on the pearlized side, so I'm going to keep stamping on the pearlized side, and I'm going to go to the flower one again. So I'm just putting them on there because they do need cleaned before I put them away. And I'm just looking to see which one I want. I'm going to go for this one. I've already used it. I think I probably used it on the other one. Yeah, I did. And so I'll do a different one. So it fits quite nicely. And I'm going to go for the archival because it dries better than the VersaFine. And there we have it. And again, with Vellum, you can do it a full page, but I quite like to do it this way because I can see where I'm going. And I've done quite a few of these tickets in the past, and I've used masterboards and things like that. The only thing with Vellum I would say is you need to let the ink dry, because I can see where I've touched it there and it's smudged. But that's fine. So there we've got that one, so I'll leave that up there. Again, where's my... And I think we'll go with this one. Again, that's folded, so that's too big. So I'm going to go with this one, I think. And again, I'm using archival black sod. You can use different colours. You can do red ones, blue ones, green ones. Depends what you want. And some of the great papers for doing tickets is the kids' scrapbook. You know, the ones with the sugar paper in that are all different colours. And it's sort of like the same material, same paper that they use for tickets. They're ideal. Okay, so we've got them. So we'll leave that and we'll do a purple one, and I'll use the other bead because there's two the same size, but slightly different postcards. Alright, so I'm just turning that over to the pearlized side. In fact, what I'll do is I'll do that on the dull side because it might stamp a bit better. I don't, oh, it's not very good, is it? Okay, and I think what I might do is I might do a different stamp on the other side, so we'll do an alternate with this one. So we'll do the B. And the light's in my eyes, so I can't see I've gone down a bit there, but it was because of the glare from the light. But that's fine. So that's a couple of them. We'll do another one of these with alternates. And this one I'm not folding up, I'm just going to try and do it as close together as I possibly can. And these are ideal for like your smaller pockets, you know, filling up your pockets. And tickets always look great in a journal, even if you know, cut them singly and stick them in on the page, they always look lovely. And again, so I'm just putting that to one side. I will clean all these stamps up before I put them away. I'm just putting them over to one side. And oh, some more stamps there, because I lost one for a couple of days and it was stuck to the bottom of my painting. I thought I'd thrown it in the bin. Okay. So, as I said, I don't have a crocodile, which would be a lot easier, or, you know, something that punches holes, but I don't have one, so I have to use my eyelet setter. So this is the hole, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and clean it out a little bit, because obviously the little bits get stuck in. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so you can see to fall down, but it's and this pen, it's an X-Cut pen, and it's got a ball tool, a 2mm, it's got a 1.5mm, it's got a 1mm, and then it's got a pin, a pokey tool. So it's ideal for, you know, travelling about with. Just looks like a pen. So I will quieten this part of the video down, and what I'm doing is, first of all, I'm putting the eyelet setter halfway down and halfway on the crease, and there we have one hole, and then you do it a quarter way on the corners. If you haven't done enough, you can do a bit more, but and again, and if you want to measure it and do it perfect, you can do it perfect. So there we are. So there we are, we have those tickets. And again, I mean, this is what, 1 1/4 inches, so that's just over half an inch. So in the middle would be there if you wanted to be perfect at it. I mean, I'm used to this now, so and again, and there we are. So we've got all these tickets, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on with the rest, and then I'll come back to you. Oh, well, what I'll do is I'll speed this up. Okay. Oh, because I've been hammering on the desk, it's just making things fall. I'm just trying to get right. So that's just it's a setting mat, it's called, and this is a making memories. So that's probably where I got the eyelet setter, and it comes with like the ball tools for doing the grommets as well. So there we are. We have, and if you wanted to get your you know, your little jaggy bits at the you can do that, or if you have you know, the thinning hair scissors, they're ideal. Now I've not done these because they're still a little bit damp, but I'm not really bothered about them. I'm just letting the ink dry on them before I do them. But there we are. We have a load of tickets. It's taken me just over half an hour to do it. That's in real time. Yeah, it took me a wee while to do that, but again, it's just splashes of paint. You can use anything, you know, you can do sort of like if you've got aqua pens, just do your aqua pens and spray water and just dab it in. And there you have a load of tickets. So I hope you get something out of that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.